ahead.
And a protector, by the way.
Yeah.
So you really were thinking.
I know you got to go, but how do you feel being here real quick?
I am so excited to be here.
What about, Michael Myers?
We could add 2 more dents to this channel.
Follow her. Where can you follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at
So I'm out of this bitch. Got a big match tonight at Victory Pro Wrestling, right, Britt?
Yes. Hola, hola. First of all, I have to say it. If not, it's not me. So sorry.
I wish I could. What is it, Vince?
Papa Dank, do you edit these videos?
Stephen is there.
You don't want to miss this one. No.
Welcome everybody to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank, and I am excited to bring you my very special guest right now. The one, the only, TKO. What is up, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It is your boy, the next big hit, TKO Kasenko, and I am here. After many weeks of trying to schedule this, I cleared up my schedule tonight just for this man here. So, what's up, everybody? I'm glad to be on. Thank you for having me.
You're a busy guy. I mean, you just hit 7,000 subs, so let's talk about that.
I did. And if you guys aren't subbed, for those who might not know me, my name's TKO. I vlog on YouTube, youtube.com/TKO Kasenko. Subscribe. And yeah, I've been vlogging for like almost 10 years now, which is crazy. But we finally hit 7,000. I'm trying to get to 8K. You know, it's been a little slow. I'm not gonna lie, the last like year or so as far as sub count. But I'm gonna up the content, so I want everybody to see it and subscribe. So yeah, but everybody that's subscribed already, appreciate you guys. And yeah, it's going up from here.
It's not easy doing this stuff.
It's not.
It's
you
not.
know, sometimes I'm just like, do I really want to pull out my phone right now and make an ass of myself? But you know what? I'm like, for the content, I got to, so.
I see you're always working, man. I see your stuff, man. Always doing something. That's good. It's the only way, man, to grow, man. Got to just keep pushing the content, man. Let's talk about that jacket. Did you have that made?
Oh, did I have it made?
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I thought it looked like you had it made by someone.
So I'm not even gonna lie, I completely forgot the name of the company, but I'm sure their tag is on the jacket. But I didn't have it like custom made. It was from a website, and I hope their tag isn't on it. But oh no. Something like fourth letter, I think. Something like that. Like type them on Instagram. I think it will come up. But I'm gonna make a post about it. So if you guys are following me on Instagram, I'll eventually tag them. But yeah, I saw like a cosplayer who dressed up like Spider-Man. He like ordered this a few months ago, and they were not on the site at the time. But I hit them up. I was like, yo, whenever you guys restock, let me know because I need to cop that. And finally they did and sent it to your boy. So yeah, it's pretty sick. I need to get, usually if you guys have seen me come out in Titan, I have a pretty similar like jacket custom for myself, which my friend Wyatt made. So shout out to Wyatt. But yeah, he made that for me like in like 2020 when I wasn't even wrestling, but when I like got it in the mail, I was like, yo, whenever I start doing matches, I'm definitely wearing it. And I wear it at every Titan show, most other shows too, but yeah, I need to get a new one, and getting this one is definitely tempting me to order another TKO one. You see the chain though? Do you see?
I see the chain. Look at that.
Dank. Do you see that?
I need a chain that says Papa Dank.
Oh, crazy! The drip's going crazy.
The drip is going crazy. What is
one of my idols? one of my idols is Seth Rollins, and he's the drip god right now. So like,
Yes.
I feel like I gotta up my drip game as well. So yeah.
Serena's loving your jacket too. I think you and Mr. Jack Tomlinson will get along. He's a big Spider-Man fan.
I've already have history with Jack Tomlinson and Spider-Man. And
Oh
it's
no,
yeah, it's
it's
a
not
whole
good.
thing. Yeah, you know what? Since he got brought up, I might as well tell you guys. So, uh, back in 2022, for Invictus,
Uh-huh.
they were doing a like Rising Star showcase where they were like bringing in all new guys.
Right.
So, Jack Thomason made his debut for Invictus, and the year prior, I made my debut for Invictus at the same like concept event.
Hmm.
So he called me out. I answered the challenge. I beat him. He thought he had me, but
I think I
nope.
remember this.
Yeah, I pinned him. But during the match,
Uh-huh.
uh, he
I didn't
I
realize that
pulled
was
out
you.
I pulled out a Spider-Man mask. Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
was well, I had blonde hair then, so but yeah, I pulled out a Spider-Man mask. We both put it on, and then we did the Spider-Man meme. Yes, that was me, and
Nice.
that was Jack Tomlinson. So yeah, it was a pretty special moment. But yeah, I beat him, and he hasn't wanted any since, so he must be
Interesting.
scared. So
He's
yeah,
he's he's
but
he's busy acting right now. He's doing a play or
he
something.
is. Yeah, I will say that. So if Jack Thompson is watching right now, I see him. He's killing it. But
Yes,
if he ever wants to step back up to me, I will put him back down. So, but yeah, until then, he's doing his thing. So for
we
sure,
got a lot of things in common. Not only are we both Spider-Man fans, but we are both Funko fans. So I have a collection of Funkos myself.
dude, these things are so addicting. I have like a
They
whole
are.
Spider-Man. I wish I could show you guys at the moment, but yeah, I have like a whole Spider-Man shelf, like
I don't,
because
I don't,
I
let
ran
me
out of
see.
room on these shelves. Oh,
Let
there
me
you
see that
go.
one. Diamond edition.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't have any
Do you
Spider-Man
collect
names.
WWE as well?
Yeah, I have a lot. I probably have like I think most of my Funkos are
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
see the
for
new wave
sure.
they're releasing?
Yes, I want to get that bruised Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I ordered them
Dude,
already.
that's oh you did. Yeah,
I ordered
I
them.
like getting them in person, and so hopefully if I like see it in the wild, or I go to like the superstore at
Uh-huh.
whatever for WWE, because they usually sell like the exclusives there. So
There's one you won't
I'll
get because it's only on the Funko shop, and that'll be the Sami Zayn one.
the Sami Zayn one. I'll I find my ways. Okay, I find my ways to get my pops. If I really
Uh-huh.
want it, I'm gonna fucking get it. So you know,
Gotcha. I hear you. All right, let's go into a couple of things you got going on. Let's talk about Lucky Pro Wrestling, Saturday, February 24th in
yes,
Massachusetts. Tell me what's going on
yes.
at Lucky Pro.
So as far as Lucky Pro, me and Ken, shout out to Ken, hashtag social influence. That's my bro. Uh, we have been struggling lately at Lucky Pro as a tag team. We lost our tag
Mhm.
team titles in the summer of uh, last year, and then we got into a bit of a tiff with our former trainer, Randy Sean, and he just had to bring our boy from Genesis, Clipper Jones, in to cause a little bit of a civil war, and
Oh no.
they beat us, and so now we're like on a losing streak. So this is our chance to get back on top in Lucky Pro, and I'm entering officially. I haven't cut the promo yet, so this is an exclusive
All right, I
that
love it.
I
Hold
am
on.
entering.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. There we go. Breaking news. TKO Kasenko in Leominster, Massachusetts, February 24th. I'm entering the Lucky Lottery. I don't care who it is. Me and Ken are both entering, and if it comes down to me and Ken, he knows what he's got to do for your
It's what it
boy,
is.
because it's all about TKO Kaseko. And I want some singles gold this year.
I hear
I want
ya.
some singles gold. So, that might be my way of getting singles gold is by winning the Rumble, baby. So,
I want you to have
Yeah.
singles go, man. You're very talented, man.
thank you very much. I know that, but I'll never pass a compliment.
I mean, I've seen you wrestle, so I
Appreciate
can say that. Some people say, "Oh yeah, you're doing great," and they've never seen them wrestle. But I've seen you wrestle
Yeah.
at Titan.
That's true. That's true. And I might be guilty of saying that to people. But like, yeah, you're doing great. Never seen anything. But everybody's doing their thing, just
You're
like your boy.
boosting-
So
Helping people out by giving them a good moral thing. It's a good thing. Let's talk about Titan real quick. Wrestlers to the rescue. Going up against Flash Card. Now, weren't you guys like a stable together?
no,
No, I thought you were.
no, I've never done anything with Flash or his idiotic father, SP Anderson. Besides the little tussle we got in at the last show because Billy wanted to enter me into a body slam competition,
That's
which
it.
was stupid. I wanted a match. I wanted a freaking match to show my true glory. And he said, no, you're going to be in a body slam competition. So, yeah. And so I gave my vlogging camera because I had nobody with me. Ken was getting his pump on for his match, so he couldn't record. And I couldn't find anybody else. So I saw that geek Flash Carter in the ring. I know he does YouTube with Grimm's Toy Show and all that hot garbage. So I was like, you know what? This guy, he will film for me, and we're going to get the good content. And blew my back out fucking trying to lift that giant sack of crap. So
he's pretty big,
yeah,
guy.
he is pretty big. Like nobody could. Face barely could get.
Barely.
Could
He barely
get.
picked
And
them up. Yeah.
that dude is jacked. Like I don't know if you guys seen him, but Face, he's pretty freaking yo.
Face doesn't give a crap, man.
But
He
me,
hijacked
no,
my
I
table.
got it. Good. He does whatever he wants. He
does what he wants.
Dude, he almost gave me a concussion one time. We had a tag match, me and Ken versus Jocko and Face. That dude like broke up my pin by just like headbutting me, like diving headbutt. And I was like, bro, this guy's ruthless.
He is ruthless,
So-
that guy. We also have the Battle Royal at Wrestlers to the
Rest-
Rescue, which is a benefit show for the Shriner Children's Hospital in Philadelphia.
Yeah, shout out to them. I'm not sure about if I'm in the Battle Royal, but I mean, whoever enters it, I might, but I haven't been told. So I can't do a breaking news on that. But
Right.
whoever's in the Battle Royal,
We'll talk to
and-
Billy about it. Try to get you in there.
I hate talking to Billy.
I love talking to Billy. He calls me up at
He's
2
got-
in the morning.
You
He's like,
enjoy that?
You
know,
awake?
usually
I'm like,
normal
yeah.
people are sleeping. We're not all truck drivers, although I do deliver for Amazon, but that is not overnight. So I'm not up
Gotcha.
at 2 a.m. So I wouldn't enjoy that.
I can't sleep
very
at night.
much.
I'm up all night, man, for the most part.
I
sleep
used to
all
be
day.
up all night. Yeah, I used to be like that back in my fandom days when I was just a wee lad and I worked at Stop and Shop. I worked overnight for 4 years, and then wrestling got in the way, and they were trying to keep me from getting my spotlight by working an overnight shift. And I said, "Nuh-uh, I'm gonna go be a superstar," and that's what I did. So
Overnight sucks. Trust me.
it does.
sucks.
It does.
It's horrible. All right. Before we go into history, let's talk about the next Titan event that I'm sure you'll be a part of. The free for all.
The
It's an
free-for-all.
all-day thing.
You know what? This is interesting. You want to know why?
Go ahead as I die over here.
Okay, he's dying. But you want to know why this is interesting? Because they usually do this every year. All right, at least to an extent, whenever they start it. But last year, I remember, I heard about it, and I said, you know what? I don't need to do this garbage. I don't need a tryout because I'm TKO freaking Kasenko. And you want to know what happened? My
What?
first night, I didn't do no tryout to get into Titan. You want to know what I did? I
What'd you do?
bolted down to the ring, me and Clipper Jones, and we made a statement by helping, even though Ken had the win, but we were there in support for Ken Powers as he won the American Championship at Titan Pro Wrestling. And then we were immediately given a Titan Tag Team Championship opportunity, which I wasn't prepared for, but I
Right.
still got one. And ever since then, I've been in Titan.
Part of
So
Titan.
didn't
Awesome.
didn't need a free for all tryout like a bunch of these schmucks coming up. But I will say I'm not a part of it. They didn't ask me for my brain power on social media or trying
Uh-huh.
to promote yourself or just wrestling in general to scout the next Titans. But
It's not even just Titan. It's other companies that are partaking in this now.
yes, they are. Win, I believe, and Invictus.
There's
So-
another one possibly.
Oh,
Another one
I don't
possible.
know about that. That's
I
above my
know.
pay grade.
Somebody told me
But
that. Still a secret.
yeah, I am interested though in whoever makes it through, because I'll say it right here, right now, Billy. Whoever is the standout of this free for all, I want them. I want one of them. Whoever impresses you wants to go on one-on-one with TKO. After I mop the floor with Flash Carter, I'm calling out whoever wants a piece of TKO coming out of this free for all. I want a piece.
Right. The standout will have a spot that night at the show later on that night.
Yeah. So I know the deal. I didn't need to do it. I just showed up, and here
You
I am.
just showed up. And
Can't
there
get
you
rid of
are.
me. Even though he torments me, by giving me ridiculous things I have to go through at Titan. I don't even want to mention Cronus, but that happened. And then the stupid body slam shit. Yeah, I'm just a little sick of Titan. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not leaving. I'm staying until I get championship gold, and that's all I'll say.
There's a civil war brewing. Some of our guys at Titan went down to North Carolina. Did you see that?
I did see that, and you know what? I also wasn't asked to be a part of that, and I'm kind of glad because I heard some rumblings that
It
they
was rough.
got a little rowdy over there.
Got a little rowdy over there.
Got a
Little
little
heated.
rowdy over there. So I'm glad I wasn't a part of it. Best of luck to whoever wants that. I don't want a piece of that for sure.
I hear you. All right, let's move on and let's talk about how you fell in love with professional wrestling. The question everybody hates to get asked, but I have to ask it. It's our first time.
Well, you know what? Hey, there's some people that have never met me before, so
True.
I will gladly answer the question. So I think it was 2007. So hopefully that doesn't make anybody feel old. That's when I got into it. I was in first grade, and I was at like a daycare, and a bunch of kids like brought in like all the wrestling action figures,
Mhm.
which I actually have one right next to me. Matt Cardona.
Is that Cardona?
It is. He's always ready, and he's always on my shelf. So shout out to him. But
Shout out to him.
yeah, they brought in a bunch of wrestling figures. I was like, yo, this is sick. And then the video game SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 had just came out. And this guy named Rey Mysterio, he had like red gear. And so it just reminded me of Spider-Man. And
Mhm.
I love Spider-Man.
I remember
So
the gear.
I connected Spider-Man and Rey Mysterio. I thought he was the coolest guy ever. And yeah, I just that's how I initially got hooked. And then I believe I was turning the channels one day, and lo and behold, Rey Mysterio, he's in the ring. He wasn't wearing the red gear, but I still recognized him. I was like, okay, this is the same guy. And yeah, I started watching it ever since. So
Awesome.
it's been pretty crazy. I think I don't know if this is gonna be a follow-up question, but usually it is. I I don't think there was a specific moment where I wanted to be a wrestler. I
Mhm.
kind of just always watched it since that very moment. And I think one day I was just like, you know what? I really, because I was starting to also do the YouTube thing and,
Right.
just getting more info on how to get into wrestling. I'm like, you know what? I think this is something that I could do because I like doing entertainment. I like doing YouTube and I love wrestling. So, you know, that's what I just ended up doing. Hopefully it
Awesome.
takes off. Hopefully you guys stay with your boy. Start following me from here if you guys are new. And we're gonna do big things very
That's right.
soon. I promise you that. So yeah, that's
Follow
kind of just
TKO.
the the little the like the big story how I got into wrestling and how I'm in it right now. So
You got some good vlogs, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Serena has
hell
a
yeah.
question for you. If you could have one person come to Titan and you get the opportunity to wrestle them, who would you choose? So someone who's not on the Titan roster.
So okay. Well, so he's technically not on the roster, but he had his first match last month for Titan. He's pretty big name. He faced Jocko. His name's Marcus Mathers.
Marcus.
He's so he's getting his foot wet. So I don't think he's considered on the roster yet. So
Right.
if he starts coming regularly and he's a part of the Titan roster, he's somebody who I've been wanting to face. Um, Another guy who I don't think is on the roster. He's doing big things. Landon Hale. He's killing it up in the East Coast with the Wrestling Open and Beyond and all that
Right.
stuff over there. So yeah, he's definitely another guy I would love to see come to Titan and kick his face in. So that'd be a great time.
Awesome. Awesome. Marcus is pretty good, man. He is really good.
Dude, he's
I'd love to see that match.
yeah, hell yeah.
You
I
gotta
would
tell
love
Billy.
to. Yeah, Billy.
Billy,
I,
make it
I
happen, Bill.
Billy, I want that match. I
He's
want
gonna
that
kill
match.
me. He's gonna be so mad at me, man.
I don't give
All
a
right.
damn. This is our show right now, not the Billy show.
This is our
Okay?
show.
But we are talking about wanting to get on one of Billy's shows with me and Marcus Mathers, so make it happen. We're gonna
right.
do it.
Let's do it. All right, let's go into where did you go train to be a wrestler? Who were your trainers, and what were your thoughts during that first initial training?
So this is kind of a long story, so I'll try and make it quick. So first off, my trainers, I mentioned one of them earlier, Randy Shawn, aka Jay Busta, aka a piece of garbage because we have beef right now. But
Who don't
he
you
did
have beef
train.
with?
We're good right now, so don't piss me
Okay,
off.
all right.
Okay, we're
Good.
good right now.
Good.
Also, me and Ken Powers and the rest of Genesis, those are my boys.
Okay.
So, which speaking of them, they also went to the same school as me, Ken Powers and Cooper Jones, at least in Genesis. We all trained with Randy Shawn, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. It's kind of a big deal. Busted Open Radio Hall of Famer, Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He's kind of a big deal though.
He's a big deal.
Man, may or may not have been in one of the craziest WrestleMania matches of all time, which I
No doubt.
hope to have some kind of crazy ass TLC match one day. But yeah, so I'm trained by Bully Ray and Randy Shawn, Team 3D Academy. They have two schools. One's in Florida, run by Devon. and they have another one, Danbury, Connecticut, and they're actually looking for. Thank you for actually asking this because they're looking for new students right now. So if you guys want, you could contact me and I can help you get through there, or message the Team 3D Academy Connecticut page on Facebook, and
Okay.
Randy Sean, you can contact him on Facebook. So if anybody's interested, anybody that's watching this that wants to be a wrestler and wants to be as cool and amazing and talented as TKO Kaseko, who learned from some of the very best to do it, then you should sign up for Team 3D Academy. And so, yeah, big plug for them because I wouldn't be where
Yeah,
I am
definitely.
without them. So, they're looking for students right now. So join today. But yeah, I sidetracked. I was trained by them. Training process, they take it really slow there, and he really makes sure you have all the fundamentals before he just lets you go out and fight people. So yeah, but it was a great experience, and then I got my tag partner out of it, Ken Powers, and
Awesome.
then eventually we recruited Clipper Jones into Genesis. So yeah, that's all thanks to where I was trained from.
Awesome.
Was there another
Awesome.
part to that question?
No, that was
Or
it.
did I
Oh, your
cover-
thoughts during your initial training, like what were you
Yeah,
thinking?
okay. So I've always wanted to do it, like most people that join. So I knew what I was getting myself into. Not that I've never done like the backyard wrestling, so I'd never like even been slammed before
Right.
I stepped into Team 3D. I've been in a ring for some meet and greet stuff, meet a wrestler in the ring. They do that sometimes at shows.
Right.
So that's about it as far as being in a ring. But I knew what I was getting myself into. It was a little intimidating being trained by Bully Ray because he has such
Yeah,
high
definitely.
expectations. So it was a little nerve wracking, but him and Randy guided us what we needed to do. And my first bump, I jumped, instead of, you're supposed to jump up and down, and I jumped backwards and pretty much whiplashed myself,
Ouch.
getting myself, yeah, it was not fun. And I had to help out for Impact Wrestling that weekend. So my
Oh, wow.
neck was stiff
Stiff.
all weekend. I was moving around like Kurt Angle. I was like
Oh,
this,
no.
and my neck was so stiff. I was like, huh? What?
Oh,
Because
no, man.
I couldn't turn, bro. It sucked. So that's why they always say, tuck your head. So yeah,
Gotcha.
it's no joke. It's no joke. They
it's
say
no
it's
joke.
fake. They
It's
say
not.
it's fake, but you fall back,
You're done.
you whiplash. The rest of the weekend is gonna suck for you,
Yeah.
pal. So yeah, it's no joke. But yeah, and then eventually I started having practice matches. Those were really fun. Getting feedback after every match from Bubba Ray Dudley and Randy Sean. Yeah, and then eventually I had my very first match against another Team 3D alumni, MCM Chris Moljo. I don't believe he's been in Titan, but he's been at Invictus. He
Mhm.
was the former social media champion for them, and he had not won it yet. It was right before that, but my first match was against him. And yeah, very talented individual. He's not wrestling currently, but if he ever wants to come back, I want that rematch because he beat
You
me.
ready?
So yeah.
All right. Serena's got a question. When you mentioned WrestleMania, if you had to choose WWE, TNA, or AEW, which do you think would be the best place for you?
Well, that's tough because I for me, WWE has always been like the dream, right, for everybody
Mhm.
until honestly, till AEW showed up.
Right.
And then TNA was always formerly known as Impact Wrestling and formerly known as TNA, which is now TNA again.
TNA.
But yeah, I think all right. I always wanted to go to WWE, but once AEW showed up, I really wanted to go to AEW because that intrigued me more because they kind of let you be who you are. They don't really change you. They don't change your name.
It's true.
They kind of let you do who you are. So that was always appealing to me because then I could kind of just be myself and I don't have to be portrayed as something else. But I think it recently it's kind of bounced back between whatever the opportunity gives me. Like now that I'm really in the business and like traveling now and seeing how it is from the inside, I
Right.
think if there's an opportunity to go somewhere where I can make money and show everybody what TKO is and what I have to offer, then I'm gonna go there. So yeah, but since TNA is back, I would definitely love to go to TNA. Like honestly, before doing something like very long term. So
TNA,
yeah, and
TNA is
actually,
definitely picking up momentum, man.
and they are for
Yeah.
sure. And like I said, I was when I first started training, because Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer would pop in and out every now and then, because they were there. We always went to Impact and helped out. Since the pandemic, we haven't done it so much, but yeah, it was always fun doing it. And then, fun fact, my first ever uh, like event, like a big wrestling company event, was a TNA show,
Mhm.
and I got in the ring with AJ Styles.
Oh wow,
So yeah, so TNA
that's
they
pretty
got a
dope.
soft spot for your boy, and yeah, I would love to go there. So TNA, if anybody from TNA is watching, you want to give me a
Let's
tryout
hook
match,
you up.
or something, or we'll see what happens. You never know,
You
never know.
never know. Never know who's watching anything. Yeah, I had one time Brian Cervantes watching me, who's Thunder Rosa's husband. They own Mission Pro.
Oh, okay, yeah,
When
shout
I
out to
saw
them.
when I saw his name on the thing, I'm like, is that who I think it is? And my guest at the time, Misty Mark, she's like, yeah, that's who you think it is. I'm like, okay. All right, I'm gonna ask you probably two more questions. We're running out of time. All right. If you
Okay,
had to
let's
choose
go.
someone to have an intergender match with, who would it be and why?
An intergender match. Okay, I got three off the top of my head just because
Let's do it.
I'm friends with them. So one, she's killing it right now. They're all killing it actually. That's why I want to face them all because then I get clout, they get clout from facing me.
Right.
It's just even. So she's killing it right now. She just made her debut in Ring of Honor. I was with her this past weekend. Emily J, the Stunner. We've been friends for a very long time, like even before we even thought about being wrestlers.
Okay.
So she's number one just because we've been friends for a very long time. So that would mean a
Right.
lot for me. I know it would mean a lot for her. Even though we're gonna be beating each other's faces in, it's gonna be all good love.
Right.
So yeah, I would love to either tag or do a one-on-one with her. And then um, two others who are killing it right now everywhere in the U.S. They're mostly known for their rivalry in Dreamwave. Is Zeta Steel and Brittany Brooks, who you know very well.
I know
You
Brittany.
brought her. So yeah, those three are the top that come to my mind, but definitely like number one, Emily J, just because we're very good friends, and I feel like it would be a pretty fun match. And yeah, so that's who I
Cool.
would for intergender. Definitely them.
Good choices, man. Good choices. All right, let's go into the last question. For now, hopefully, you come back and we'll get into some more.
Yeah.
What are your
for sure.
goals for the rest of 2024 for TKO?
Rest of 2024. Well, like I mentioned earlier, last year I was a bit slacking on the vlog, so this upcoming weekend I will be in Tampa, Florida for something's happening over there.
Something.
You know, don't want to spill the beans, but you know, something's happening in Tampa. I may or may
Gotcha.
not be there. Vlogging, making content, and once I put that vlog out, you guys are you're all gonna go watch it. You're gonna share it. You're gonna tell your mom, your grandpa, your uncle, your dad, your sister, your dog to all go watch it and like it and share it. And then yeah, once I post that will be my 4th vlog this year. Like, so that means
Wow.
like average once a week, which I was not doing that last year. So I want that to be a goal for myself, just to get more content out there for you guys. And as far as wrestling goes, I really want singles gold. I won tag team gold last year, lost tag team gold last year, and I haven't had many singles matches. So I'm going to make an example out of Flash Carter and potentially whoever wants to step up at the free-for-all. And yeah, just build my name up, get in the high ranks, maybe beat up Jocko. I'm not going to beat up Ken,
Jocko.
but if somebody somehow beats Ken for his belt, I'm coming after him in honor of my friend. So I want singles gold. And hey, if PJ wants a piece too, you know, he could get some as well. You know, PJ
Savage.
Mr. Defend Titan Championship Wrestling in North Carolina, almost getting stabbed by crazy country North Carolina fans.
Right.
You know, he might mess around and find out, you know, and he might have to vacate it. They might just have to give me the belt. They might have to just give me both the belts.
He might have to vacate.
TK2 belts, you know, it might happen, you know. So
he might have to vacate it, man, if he goes back to North Carolina, man. Yikes. We'll see what develops with that, man. Any plans for WrestleMania week up here in Philly?
So officially I'm not booked as of now, but if there's any promoters that want to book me, hop in the DMs. If you want me to do a signing, if you want me to, you know, hit your boy up. I'm pretty free so far that weekend. So if nothing comes up, I'm a fanboy at heart. You know, like I said, I may not be in Tampa, you know, hanging out, doing something. So, you know, I'm a fan at heart. So if I'm not doing anything, I'm going to hang out with everybody and enjoy the weekend. But yeah, if you guys want to book me for a show that week, there's a million shows happening. So put me on one of them. And yeah, or if you want me to do a signing or something, I'm down for whatever.
Awesome. All right, TK, let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yeah, you guys can follow me. I have the X, formerly known as Twitter. I have the Instagrams where I be posting them fire pics. I have Facebook, but I don't really want you on my Facebook. Don't bother me on there.
Don't bother you.
Unless you're talking money. Unless you're talking money, then you can follow. You know.
Gotcha.
Well, like this guy, he owes me for his last vlog. He still hasn't paid me yet, and for this. But you know, I digress. I digress. I do remember. I don't forget. You know, when it comes to money and doing big things. But
Gotcha.
yeah. So don't follow me on Facebook. But Twitter, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Cameo, all TKO Kocenko, TKO KOCENKO. Hit me up. Buy my merch.
Hit him up. Buy his merch. Hit him up.
Do the thing, and support your boy, because we're doing big things this year, and you don't want to miss it. So,
awesome.
Follow me.
Awesome. All right. As for me, you can check out that vlog that TKO just mentioned on my YouTube channel. Here I'm seeing with Amity LeVay, and she left me a little deaf, man. I don't know if you heard her screaming. Did you hear her scream that day?
I did not.
Oh
I
my
did
god. She left me a little deaf that night. But check
I
that
don't.
out on my YouTube.
I'm kind of glad I didn't. So
Also want to let everybody know I will be at Wrestling Is Now Heart Attack coming up on February 10th at the Queensboro Elks Lodge, where Crowbar will be there. Mike the Truth Jackson, Johnny Cashmere, and the new backseats, the Slime Balls from the NWA, Joey Conway, Ace Romero, our boy PJ Savage over there, Hamlet Hertzu, and many more. Wrestling Is Now presents Heart Attack. Make sure you get your tickets, as Big Body Bez will be making his first wrestling appearance. He's wrestling. Crazy. After that, I'll be at Victory Pro Wrestling's King of New York, where your homie, the Nomi, makes her debut at Victory Pro Wrestling, Gabby Forza. Make sure you go to victoryprowrestling.com to get your tickets. I want to shout out my boys, the SATs. They have their own school out here, the workshop. PJ is a trainer there. Go to Wrestling Is Now for more.
Does PJ teach him how to? Does he teach him how to like drive to other people's promotions and just start a ruckus?
That's the new course. That's the new course.
Okay.
But they're having a special seminar on February 11th with Gabe Saplowski. So make sure you go to Wrestling Is Now to get more info. If you are a wrestler, a referee, or an announcer, go to that. And of course, the free for all, man. We'll both be there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Check that out. Coming up tomorrow night, I'm gonna have Tiffany Avatar joining me. She's got something to say, TKO.
Whoa.
She's gonna say it right here on this podcast.
I'm ready.
Cotton Candy Princess. Coming up next, Herb Simmons. We'll be talking about the SCWA Fan Fest coming up at the Chase Memorial in May. That's going to be huge. All right. As for me, I will be returning also to Big Event. Who will be my guest? I don't know, but we'll find out soon. Hopefully. TKO with the jabs. That's Serena says. TKO with the jabs.
Ooh. Let's go. That's gonna be whoever wants to step up at the free for all. That's gonna be your face. Let's go.
Everybody have a good night. TKO. Hold on.